Alright, man. So I'm just gonna record this video. I'm seeing how it looks like, but I want to talk to you guys about how I feel like Afrocentrism in its modern day, it's kind of ruining the black community, bro. Like, and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, right? And it's not Afrocentrism as in like the actual real Afrocentrism that was started back then. I'm not speaking necessarily about today's Afrocentrism that I see, like with people claiming to be ancient anything, to be, you know, I don't even know where to start, bro. People claiming to be aliens, Aboriginal Australians, like the list goes on and on and on. Basically, if I don't agree with you, I'm talking to you, bro. And I feel like, the thing is that we're misleading people and that we're confusing black people about black history, And we're using other people's history as a costume to put on to empower our own selves, which is in many ways kind of embarrassing, bro. It's very embarrassing, like that the fact that we have to take somebody else's culture and put it on ourselves, what I'm saying, and dress ourselves in it and sort of use that and call it empowering to us. It's kind of everything but Afrocentric, if I have to say so myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I may believe certain things like the ancient Egyptians were blacks. This is something I'm making a series on. If you want to know any more about that, but like I speak about race and how it's sort of, I wouldn't say a construct, but how it's understood between different societies. But the thing is, whenever we talk about black people and African people, we have to understand these sort of concepts of race. Where did this idea that we are all one people come from and why? You get me? Because you know especially for certain people out there to be in the Afrocentric community, to be going out there to claim other things and then to put it on the whole continent, knowing fully well that not everybody on the African continent is the same, is very, very dangerous, bro. It's very dangerous because it messes with the way that people view black people and African people, you know, um, and it also messes with the way that we view ourselves. The fact that you feel like you have to, come from a civilization that was praised in Western society. The fact that you feel like you have to come from, something of that sort, of that nature. Besides, the feeling that you have to come from something, that you are not. You know what I mean? That's something I feel like modern Afrocentrism sort of it's sort of a mindset that it breeds, and there's always this versus which is in a way it's true because the Afrocentric movement was really a response to the Eurocentric movement, right, or to what Eurocentrism has said about Africans. But I think it definitely gets way deeper when you have to consider other certain types of things, when it comes to African history from the African perspective. That's what Afrocentrism really is supposed to be. It's almost like a mindset, not necessarily claiming of other cultures or certain cultures. It's mostly supposed to be a mindset, and that mindset is looking at African history from the perspective of the African, right? When you look at it like that, we have to ask this one question which kind of contradicts everything, and is that Africans never looked at each other as a monolith until recently. It was only the Europeans who looked at us from, the perspective of, us being one people. This is something that we have sort of adopted quite recently. So I think these are certain things that need to be understood when it comes to speaking on Afrocentrism. I do have more to say about this. I might make this a series, videos if you guys want me to talk in depth about it. And feel free to criticize me in the comment section. So yeah, man.